throughout this experience, I was realizing, even through my collecting, or mostly through my collecting, that there were some major problems in the ecosystem that were not really allowing for this place to come to where we wanted to go. No, and this is why we created Arest. That I'll get into it for these three reasons. But the number one is that right now is it's the user experience. It's not the best. The pace of innovation and activity in the space is certainly much faster than the pace of the infrastructure. And the reality is that it's too technical, it's too slow, it's too expensive, and in my opinion, a little bit too risky for the average person to come and to operate. It's just too difficult. So we're seeing that a lot of the activity is happening from people that are already in the ecosystem, and that those bridges are not as easily being created as we previously thought. The second problem that we have is that we're having a curation and oversupply problem where, given the way that the marketplaces operate, we have been very good at putting works in the blockchain, but we haven't given all the support that is necessary for a successful creative career. Again, all the things that we talked about, like the PR, communication, structure, pricing, like just everything, again, surrounding a thoughtful creative career. And the third problem is the environmental concerns, where I don't think it's the fault of the creators or of the collectors that are participating in this ecosystem, the carbon emissions that are created through Ethereum, because the reality is that most of the activity is coming from somewhere else, and there's not a direct relationship between activity and carbon producing. Ethereum will still produce the same. But the reality is that we now have a much better alternative, more scalable, more efficient, easier to use alternatives that are environmentally a lot more friendly. So this is why we launched Aorist, which is a next generation cultural institution that is really trying to be the bridge between the traditional and digital, between the old and the new, and where we're digitally native but always have presence at the global events, pushing the boundaries of art and technology. So we had the big screen of Refik Anadol in the beach during Miami Art Week. I don't know if some of you attended and were able to see. I think Refik Anadol there behind you, Kat. Beautiful work. One of my favorite artists.